Oh my God, it's another huge news that broke out yesterday, and I've received a lot of inboxes and a lot of comments on my take and what I have to say about what has just happened yesterday. And today's video we are going to do it more like a podcast. And yeah, I just want to give my take. And the breaking news is that Chelsea have decided to part ways with Pochettino. It's more like Pochettino because it's Pochettino actually had a meeting with Todd Bowley on Friday, and he actually told the media that they actually had dinner. Then he didn't know about the end of season review, but it looks like that is what happened. And he was actually called in by the two sporting directors and Baghdad, and some discussion took place, and both parties realized that they were not in the same direction, and therefore Pochettino decided to walk. Now, this is a very dangerous situation for Chelsea. It's a very dangerous situation for the club, and it's a very dangerous situation for football. And today I'm going to do I'm going to give you my take and what I think Mauricio Pochettino would have done that actually made him actually part ways with Chelsea. I'm going to do an in-depth around 40 minutes video discussing the evolution of Pochettino at Chelsea, his time at Chelsea, looking into the stats, looking at the tactics. That is my next video that I'm really working on, and it will be very in-depth, looking at Chelsea's entire season. Now, before I do that video, I want to give my take on this news. So first of all, my take on this news is that I believe that the sacking of Pochettino is not because of footballing reasons. And when I'm talking about footballing reasons, I'm talking about his relationship with the players, his tactics, his form in the league. Because I know that majority of you, me not included, were actually Pochettino out throughout the season. I actually have been among the most patient people with Pochettino in this club, because I know what kind of mess was created by the likes of Todd Bowley in this club. So Pochettino managed to actually struggle with this young inexperienced team, and just when Pochettino was getting things right, and just when the team was gelling, and just when the team was looking to play well, because remember, Chelsea have just lost one game in 15 Premier League games this season, and that is quite remarkable. And that game came at the 5-0 defeat to Arsenal. So this is it is not purely because of footballing reasons, because even if you compare the Premier League tables, in the first half and in the second half, Chelsea have actually been the fourth best team in the Premier League in the second half of the season. The players who are playing for him, definitely. We've seen that. We've seen that from the Instagram posts. We've seen what Cole Palmer has said in his Instagram. I really feel very bad for him. He's a player who really flourished under Pochettino, and it's really sad to see how the club do not even care about the players. We've seen what Nicholas Jackson has written about Pochettino, how this manager has really stood by him when everybody turned against him, how Pochettino has actually worked with him, how he has mentored him. We've seen the likes of Cucurella, what they have said about Pochettino, how this manager has transformed him. And this is really sad. It is really sad. And to talk about Pochettino without talking about the challenges that this man has really faced this season. And a lot of you fans have really been harsh to him. Some fans have even been insulting him, abusing him during match days. And that's why I realized that he did not even care about the fans, because the way he was treated, the circumstances in which he was at the club, and how the fans really treated him was really bad. Mauricio Pochettino is the manager who has had the most injuries this season. Remember, this man has not had a consistent backline. Chilwell has been out, Reece James has been out, Colwill has been out, Badiashile has been out, Thiago Silva has been out, Disasi has been out, Chalobah has been out throughout the season. Fofana has not even played this season. In midfield, you've had times when Lavia has not even played. Nkunku hasn't played. You see the kind of problems that this guy actually had to deal with. So this is very, 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 very unfair. And I don't think any manager is going to look at this Chelsea job as something that he would like to enter into. This is a poison chalice. And that's why initially in the season, we said that Pochettino was actually putting his reputation on the line, taking up this job. And now it has come to fruition, what we've been saying. And the mess that is in this club, the mess that is in this club. So in my opinion, and what the rumors are going about is that Pochettino actually felt like he did not have control over the team. He did not have any say with regards to the transfers. Remember when the recent interview where Pochettino was said that this is not his team, this is Chelsea's team. Remember that those remarks that he made when he was asked, do you see now that your team is coming into play, your team is understanding? He said, this is not my team, this is Chelsea's team. And that was a very huge statement. And we started to see in recent times Pochettino saying, you're always talking about what the ownership is thinking. You're always talking about what they're thinking. You've not asked me what about me. You've not asked me whether I want to stay here. This is a manager who has had enough. And I cannot blame him. This is a manager who has worked with one of the worst ownership in the league, the worst poorly run club, that is Spurs. Working with a very, very shrewd economists like Daniel Levy, who doesn't want to spend anything. And Pochettino managed to last there for 5 years, managed to have that team challenging for titles, managed to have that team in the Champions League final, in the top 4. And this man, who's very humble, could not work with these people. Who can work with these people, really? If Pochettino, who's a very humble manager, cannot work with these people, who can work with these people? So the non-footballing concerns is that Pochettino wanted to retain Conor Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah, who I think have been very good this season, especially Chalobah. Conor Gallagher has been the engine in Mauricio Pochettino's midfield. Now it looks like they want to, because they made careless decisions in the transfer market by deciding to just go and splash 1 billion. They just now want to destroy the manager's team because they want to make 100% profit by trying to sell these homegrown players rather than building the academy the way Marina and company used to do. Nowadays there's no even players coming from the academy. Why don't you buy the players and put them in the academy rather than going to buy ready-made stars? Now, that is the reason. That is what has costed Pochettino. I think Pochettino has said, okay, if you cannot back me with the likes of Chalobah, you cannot back me with the likes of Gallagher, I don't have any say in this team. You see, and we also did a video here talking about Enzo Fernandez. People are saying that the team plays better with Enzo, but you see they spent 105 million on Enzo, so Pochettino has to play him. You understand what club politics is. So that's what it is. So what's next for the club? What we are hearing is that Chelsea have drawn up a list of very inexperienced managers. Very, very inexperienced managers. So we are now looking at young managers who are inexperienced to come in and take in a football club. It's just a shambles at this club. Now a manager who actually had the team, went through the pain with the team, the fans stuck there. The fans believed that, actually even people started to believe that Pochettino is the man to take Chelsea back to where they were in the Champions League. Now you're bringing in a new manager who does not have Premier League experience. Now the players need to learn his tactics. Now the players need to form the bonds again. Now you have to go through another disasterful season. You need to scrap everything and start from scratch. Maybe it will work. Maybe it will not. Maybe we'll find ourselves in mid-table in December. It's just it shows how poor this club is being run. So yeah, that's what is happening at Chelsea Football Club. That is my take. If you agree with my take, it's okay. Leave your comments in the comment section area below, and thanks for watching.